Good evening, one and all. We welcome you all to the International Webinar Series on Holistic Health, Well-being and Sustainable Development 2025, commemorating Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, nation celebrating 77 years of independence and United Nations Sustainable Development Goals 2015 to 2030. And Dixit Bharat at 2047 in collaboration with Sri Holistic Health Foundation India and Sri Research Institute Center for Art Sciences and Wellbeing. Before we start our sessions, let's take the blessings of Almighty.
कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शत्रुबुद्धिविनाशाय दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तुते दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तुते शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः
With the blessings of Almighty, we shall continue with today's commemorations. Today, we are commemorating Independence from Meat Day, which is observed all across the world on July 4th. As we might have noticed, more and more people across the world are choosing vegetarianism or vegetarian and vegan lifestyles. This is because both lifestyles promise increased health benefits by limiting meat from our diets. And consuming meat and production of meat involves a lot of animal cruelty, animal suffering, animal killing, and animal pain involved. So there are few moral and environmental implications of these lifestyles too. Even if you do not want to give up eating meat, you could observe independence from meat day as an opportunity to enjoy a different kind of diet. So give your plate a do-over and find out what life is like for vegans and vegetarians. The Vegetarian Awareness Network Focus Independence from Meat, Diane Knoxville, Tennessee. The reason why Independence from Meat Day is celebrated on July 4th is that it is also one of the most popular days in the world for grilling meat outside. So chicken, lamb, pork, beef, all kinds of meats are grilled and barbecued to celebrate American Independence Day. However, staunch vegans and vegetarians believe that eating meat does more harm than good. So that it is terrible for our health and also for the environment. While science also nowadays focusing on climate change also has this line of thought. It is true that eating fried and grilled meat regularly can be bad for health. So the fact that consumption and harvesting of meat are bad for environment is a well-known fact. Think about the sheer amount of water used in the production of commercial meat and animal products. Added to that is the amount of land needed to house all these animals. Scientists have successfully proven that cow flatulence accounts for more greenhouse gas emissions than every car in the world combined. So, car here in the sense is not exactly cow, but the cattle, all the meat production, because cows are very less slaughtered because there is a significance attached to it. But in the name of cattle, many like buffalo, ox, including cows also, sheep, goats, and all these are adding up to the greenhouse gas emissions, and more, and also methane emissions in the form of burps that are released from the cattle. And moreover, certain preparations of meat can be bad for our health. The char that forms on the meat when it is grilled, you can see a black formation, the overburnt or some kind of the texture that forms when it is grilled has significantly higher rate of carcinogens. That means it can cause cancer. It causes cancer. So in it, that meat prepared in any other way. Similarly, with the fry meat, the large amount of fat consumption can be especially bad for our hearts, negatively affecting our cholesterol and blood pressure levels. So vegetarians appear to have low or low density lipoprotein cholesterol levels, lower blood pressure, and lower rates of hypertension and type 2 diabetes than meat eaters. Vegetarian diets and more stringent vegan plans can lead to stroke risk, harm to brain health, hair loss, and depression. Vegetarians only avoid meat while vegans avoid all animal products, including dairy and eggs. Vegans may be more susceptible to nutritional deficiency in iron, vitamin D, calcium, and protein. And there is no better way to observe independence from meat day than by going vegetarian. Quit meat for a day and make sure to only eat plant-based products. Who knows? It might even convince you to make permanent switch. Everyone you know is grilling meat today. Just because you choose to be vegetarian for that day doesn't mean you can have grilled food. Celebrate independence from meat day by day by grilling your favorite vegetables. Instead of grilling, you can eat uncooked or cooked in a better cooking conditions. So take independence from meat day is a step further by eating vegan food only. This means no meat and no dairy. Try nut-based greens and fruits. It sure would be an interesting experience. So vegetarianism or veganism or vegan improves metabolism. It can improve metabolic function by 16%. 20,000 pounds of potatoes can grow on 1 acre of land. 70% of all vegetarians in the world are from India. And greens and pulses are good sources of protein. Especially colon and prostate cancer can be prevented by moving to vegan lifestyle. You can also save up $100 a year by eating vegetarian food and completely cutting meat from your diet. Have you ever made a budget or made a list of expenses while buying and consuming meat and meat products? Just imagine how much you could have saved if you have moved to a vegan lifestyle. You could be the Karorpati or Lakpati, Lakera, if you save years of amount which you are spending on consuming meat products or meat as such. So think about it. Eating meat contributes to water and land shortage and significant increases in greenhouse gases, and already the food grains which are consuming is being utilized for animals which are raised for the meat. Again, there is shortage of supply of food grains. So many people are dying with hunger. So every time you eat meat, then you are indirectly contributing to the hunger deaths. You are indirectly contributing to the greenhouse gas emissions. You are indirectly contributing to the pain, animal cruelty, animal suffering, animal killing, animal torture. You are also indirectly contributing to the environment degradation. You are also contributing to the deforestation because more and more land is required for producing the fodder and other food grains for the animals, and more and more water is also required. So you are also indirectly contributing to the increase in water usage, which can be put to a better use. Now think so many of the unproductive things that are happening, and it is creating pollution. So many things. Why not move to a vegan lifestyle for our nature and environment? We have spoiled our environment so much. Now, beyond, we are almost in the verge of our own destruction, extinction. Soon we have to pay a very heavy price. Now itself, in the form of climate change, we are paying, a huge price. If we are not changing ourselves, our diet, the way we live, the lifestyle, and the way we think, definitely future days are not going to be any happy days or a bright days, because we ourselves are destroying our own, and we cannot be so fools to assume or think that future will be bright when we are destroying the present, and we are digging our own graves, and we cannot expect ours to live longer because it is our own mistake, our own blunders. We are doing that too wantedly and knowingly, is never forgivable. And we cannot escape our own karma. We cannot escape our own bad things that are being done to the planet, nature, and especially ourselves and our family members. So, removing meat and animal based products could do wonders for your health, nature, and environment. Consult your doctor on Independence from Meat Day to find out what alternatives for meat would suit you the best. You can contact nutritionist, or you can look it on Google, especially soya beans nuggets, meal maker or chunks. This is a very good alternative. Tofu is also very good alternative for meat, and grains, nuts, cereals are very good alternatives, which give you, much more protein than what you get by consuming meat. So let's move on to vegan to save ourselves, our planet, our environment from further destruction. Today is also commemorated as Invisible Day in US. For Americans, July 4th is a day of patriotic celebration of the country's independence. But at the same time, for many others, it is also Invisible Day. The day calls for awareness and promotion for the idea of separating the state from religion. Former governor of Minnesota, Jesse Ventura, believed that the phrase under God is in the Pledge of Allegiance goes against the establishment cause of America's Constitution in educational settings, namely schools. Such statements from Ventura were not taken lightly, especially after an explosive interview with Playboy, in which he has quoted saying that religion is a sham and crutch for weak-minded people. While many opposed Ventura's stance, many others still lauded his viewpoint, stating that he is merely talking about people's unity as a nation. Today is also commemorated as Invisible Day. It's not like feeling disappearing. These are days when we feel left out or invisible, while there are also days we want to feel in the way. Invisible Day makes us wonder what we would do if we were invisible. Would you eavesdrop on others' people conversation, or make your way around downtown without being seen by anyone? Or would you like to use power of invisibility for the greater good, or will you be selfish about it? So, Invisible Day presents you with so many interesting possibilities. So, whatever be the reason and whoever is the brain behind it, probably wanted to focus on those days when we feel tired or defeated. On some days, we simply don't feel our best and we desire is to leave everything behind and simply vanish into thin air. But if you want to disappear on Invisible Day, you can do so by taking leave from your work and spending the day doing what pleases you. You can also go away on a short day and disconnect from the world for a while. So, Invisible Day is an acknowledgement of mental health issues. The celebrations understand it's okay to feel down every once in a while in a world where we are constantly connected to work and family. Hyperconnectivity also makes us feel lonely. People are so feel anxious when they are required to constantly be in touch with others. Invisible Day is an encouragement to take time off your schedule and have some alone time. When we hear invisible, we know that humans cannot actually become invisible. However, the closest experience of invisibility that we can have is with invisible link. Invisible ink, also known as security ink or sympathetic ink, when used for writing, does not let the text appear on paper. It later can be made visible by some other means. When we are unseen, we have the advantage in doing things we wish or need to do so. New research confirms that invisibility is indeed possible. It can happen when a person is completely cloaked in a single wavelength of light. So the word was first recorded in the 13th century and derives from the Latin word invisibles. Today is also commemorated as Jackfruit Day in India, which is celebrated on July 4th every year. The tropical fruit is the national fruit of Bangladesh and Sri Lanka, also with being the state fruit of Tamil Nadu and Kerala. The fruit has spiky outer skin and is native to parts of South and Southeast Asia. Today, the fruit is known as a popular meat substitute for people adhering to a plant-based diet. So it is high in vitamins and antioxidants, making it a healthy addition to any diet. Today, jackfruits are also referred to as jack, katal, and chakka, among other names. Humans have been consuming jackfruits for millennia, though no one is completely certain of where the fruit came from. It is believed to be indigenous of the western Ghats of India. This jack tree, an evergreen tree, thrives in hot weather and most tropical climates. The fruit is majorly produced within Asia through attempts. Though attempts were made to grow jackfruit in Hawaii before 1888, the word jackfruit is derived from the Portuguese jacka and in turn the Malayalam word chakka. Portuguese naturalist and scholar Gracia da Ota used the English term jackfruit in a book he wrote in 1560. As a result of colonialism, the jackfruit has made rounds across the globe and it is now known in several countries that used to be colonies of European empires. The fruit thus is used in cuisines across the world in several different forms. Jackfruit can be found in jams, pickles, ice creams, desserts, and all other types of meal preparations. Recently, the global north has begun consuming jackfruit as meat substitute due to its meats-like texture when cooked. The fruit has several varieties, each one fit to deliver a unique gastronomic experience. Ripened jackfruits are to said have a pungent odor that may be intimidating at first, which is probably why many people purchase unripened jackfruits to avoid it. The taste of fruit is often described as mellow. Jackfruit Day was established by jackfruitday.com in 2016 to raise awareness about fruit and its versatility. Jackfruit is called in different names in India. It is a variety of names, like depending on the language, including katal in Hindi and Kotal, Assamese, Chekka, Malayali, Fanas, Marathi, Ponas, Konkani, and Halasa, Kannadiga, and Panasapandu or Panasakaya, the ripen and the unripen in Telugu. So, Panruti in Tamil Nadu, India is a famous destination for lovers of jackfruit and varieties of jackfruit. Unripe jackfruit is used as a meat substitute because of its unripened nature. The fruit is tasteless on its own and takes on the flavor of its seasoning. So this is a very good substitute. Today we were commemorating, this vegan and vegetarian lifestyle diet. And if you are still not able to give up, you can use this raw jackfruit. And I'm sure that you will forget the taste of meat and you will start consuming the jackfruit as meat substitute. So if neither cooking nor eating the jackfruit raw is a cup of tea, try to find an eatery around that uses jackfruit as an ingredient and start something new. And you can also grow jackfruit in your balcony or wherever you are. And it stays for years together. Yielding. So today is also commemorated as Caesar salad in US on 4th July each year, and just the fact that we have yet another food holiday isn't enough to get us on board. One of the most universally loved known salads is the Caesar salad. Consists of croutons, fresh romaine lettuce, parmesan, and a zippy dressing containing others like lemon juice, garlic, salt, pepper, sauce. The best part of it isn't a restaurant in the country that does not serve the Caesar salad or some version of it, especially if that restaurant is an Italian one. Today is also commemorated as National Grill Safety Day, as today is also commemorated as United States Independence Day. So a lot of people consume meat today in the US. So national on grills, they like barbecues. So many animals are killed, tortured, and eaten today in the most cruel form. It is also known as a day for being outdoors, having fun, fireworks, and of course barbecues. So that's why we need, safety precautions for grills, especially electrical gas grills. Before you use your gas grill, check the tank and pipes for any leaks. Do not flame, but rather soapy water. If any bubbles form, there is a leak in the hose and you should replace it. Keep any lighters and matches away from leaking gas grill. It is important to be prepared in case any accidents happen. Make sure that you have a fire extinguisher on hand to put out any fires from your grill. You can also use a spray bottle for small flare-ups, but extinguishers are needed for larger flames. Keeping your grill is key to avoiding unexpected fires. Grease and fats which drip from meat build up and are highly flammable. To prevent accidents, clean your grill regularly to remove grease. Your grill or any fire should be at least 10 feet away from any structure such as your house. It's dangerous to leave any lit fire, pit, torch, or grill unattended. Accidents happen easily. Gas can build up under the lid and can cause a fire or explosion when lit. Coals need to be completely cold before they are thrown away in the metal trash can. Propane tanks should be stored in an outdoor shed that has plenty of ventilation. It reminds us that while a good barbecue is great, a little caution goes in a long way. By highlighting simple precautions, the day helps to prevent potential tragedies, it ensures that celebrations remain joyful and memorable for all. By learning about grill safety practices, we can reduce the risk of accidental house fires. This proactive approach helps protect homes and properties from devastating damage as well as serious injuries, ensuring everyone can enjoy outdoor cooking safely. By creating a safety day, it raises awareness on the potential dangers and educates people on safe grilling practices. Many may not be aware of the dangers or risks, and sharing this knowledge is important to avoid dangerous fires. Today is also commemorated as National Hillbilly Day in US, which is a day that recognizes hillbilly culture and celebrates the traditions and lifestyles of those that reside in rural areas of the southern United States. Hillbillies have a reputation for living a very different life than those who live in urban and suburban areas. Today is also commemorated as Philippine Republic Day in Philippines, held on annually on July 4th, is a celebration of Philippines Independence Day. This day, also called Philippine American Friendship Day, was once official holiday with the title Independence Day. It's a commemoration of the Treaty of Manila, which was signed in 1946, liberating the Philippines from American rule. This day marks the end of over 48 years of American rule, lasting from 1898 to 1946. Today is also commemorated as Rwanda Liberation Day in Rwanda, which is observed because it marks the end of a period under tyrannical government and the beginning of freedom from oppression. It represents the end of dictatorship and the start of democracy. The date is also the anniversary of Rwandan Patriotic Front, liberating the country and ending in 1994 genocide against Tutsi. The day is locally known as Kibor. Today is also commemorated as Alice Spring Show Day in Australia, celebrated on the first Friday and Saturday of every July on July 14th, July, that is 4th and 5th of this year. This event advocates agricultural, horticultural, viticultural development along with commercial, industrial, artistic and more tourism prospects in Central Australia. The event aims at providing a fun entertainment and education experience for families. Today is also commemorated as Filipino American Friendship Day on July 4th in US every year to mark the historical alliance with the US. The relationship between the two countries started as a hostile once and then with the intervention of another force to a friendly one. Filipinos believe that the good they enjoyed from America outweighs the bad they suffered from them. They decided to celebrate their friendship with the country. Today is also commemorated as Alice in the Wonderland Day in US to celebrate the world of imagination and madness on Alice in the Wonderland Day on July 4th. This amazing fictional world created by Lewis Carroll in 1865 is the telling of a young girl who faces worldly obstacles at a tender age. More than a century later, the book continues to enjoy popularity among the masses not only for its original story and characteristics, but also because of subsequent movies that have been made of it. People also enjoy adaptations like theater performances as well as numerous types of Alice in Wonderland merchandise available today, apart from all superb details related to story. It is a special day for Britishers and fans of fantasy as the world-renowned story of Alice in the Wonderland is celebrated and honored. Lewis Carroll, whose original name was Charles Ludwig Dodgson, was born in Cheshire, England. He was the third child and the eldest son, just like the siblings. He suffered from a stammer, but he did not allow that to hinder him in his life. So with this, we shall end today's commemorations. Thank you everyone for joining us in today's commemorations. We request everyone to quickly fill up the feedback form before leaving the platform. See you all tomorrow at the same time with the same joining link. Different commemorations. Take care. Good night.